How you doing? I'm AR.
And I'm Versally, aka Tiny.
And we are
Knee deep in the shit. So we got some exciting topics for you all today. Today we do have our guests. We got Yellowboi in the building.
Yellowboi baby the stepper.
Yellowboi baby the stepper. So we got Yellowboi over here, and then we also got our special guest Kay in the building. So we're gonna give them an opportunity to just introduce themselves, what they got working on in the music industry, and then we're gonna hop right into it. So, Yellowboi, you are first one. Go ahead and, tell us a little bit, because you the stepper now. Come on, tell us what you got working on.
I know what's going on, man. Yellowboi baby the stepper, and I got a lot going on. Got like 3 videos about to drop. La La La, Yeah Okay, and I got a song called No Comparison. Also working on my mixtape hosted by DJ Swamp Izzo, 80s Baby too. So y'all get ready for that.
Mm-hmm. 80s Baby.
Talk that shit. He being modest now. Like tell us, like, you really popping that shit right now in this industry. Like what you got going on? Like what you working on as far as like your business and you as an artist as
I mean, as far as business wise, I got my jewelry thing going on. Also, me and my wife planning on like opening up a club. Like I got a lot going on, especially with the music and stuff like that. So y'all just stay tuned. I got something special for everybody. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's what it is.
Good. And then we also got Kay in the building. Kay. Shit. My fucking twins. Kay, what the fuck you doing on here?
Shit, I ain't got too much going on. I'm just trying to stay busy. Trying to start my own clothing line.
Show that.
But not even really like a clothing line, just like merch for my brand.
Say that.
And then a little podcast going on.
What kind of merch you trying to do though? Like,
really right now I'm just doing like testers right now with like t-shirts because it's about to be the summer. We'll eventually get into like hoodies and just comfortable wear and shit.
Yeah. That's off the chain. And Kay's also doing his own podcast too. Like, tell us a little bit about what you got going on with your podcast and what you trying to do. Come on now, like.
So with our podcast, we got like certain topics we be touching on. We be asking people like what they want to hear and stuff like that. We just starting too, so ain't nothing too crazy going on. But I always end my podcast with stay positive, remain humble, and don't lose faith. So I know my shit gonna go. My shit gonna go crazy. So
that's what's happening.
It's already going crazy. Like, you feel me? It's already going crazy because you talking about some real shit. So look, toot your own horn. Like, you already doing the fucking thing. He been doing this shit way before us. Like, you already hitting the ground running.
What would you say the basis of your podcast is? Like, who are you trying to reach with your podcast, pretty much?
It just depends on what we talking about. Like, one episode we touched on like mental health.
Okay.
Everybody. Some people are modest. Like they like to deal with their shit on their own.
Yeah.
And I felt like with that episode, we gave some people some insight on like, what we go through ourselves. Like we put ourselves out there. Like we were vulnerable enough to put ourselves out there to like let people know like this how we deal with it, or it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
So we just be touching on shit like that. We be doing like women versus men, like they takes on certain situations, like stuff like that. We be just talking about like some real shit, trying to get our input on that.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, that's real dope.
That's dope. I like it's okay not to be okay.
Right.
People need to.
Because at the end of the day, most of the time we all going through the same shit anyways.
We human.
Right.
Yeah, we human, and a lot of times we just, we may not think that other people going through the same thing, so we just embody it into ourselves, and we just think that we got to deal with it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
when it's really other people out there that can relate to what we going through, and you can talk to them people and fill a void to be those people. Yeah,
they can benefit off your story, or how you came out of your struggle.
Exactly.
They be going through the same shit.
Right. You touching people, and that's honestly what we trying to do with this podcast. We just gonna talk about some real shit.
Yeah.
With me and AR, we kind of came together, and we just be
Just chopping it up,
we chilling, chopping it up, and like we kind of realized, even though me and him got like different backgrounds, we could still come together and have some things that we could talk about, and it'd be real issues that he could help me with, or I could help him with. That maybe like he may not be seeing like the overall picture, because sometimes like you do have to get that other perspective from outside of your life to kind of tell you like, hey, you fucking up, like. You might, do this, that, and the third, and you need to do this, that, and the third to get your shit together.
And sometimes, you need that from the other gender, the opposite sex, because they see things from a perspective that you don't see it in, and I feel like together, it's the full circle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't get that talking to a bunch of niggas. Oh, hey, yo, they gonna give you a one-sided perspective of the shit. You know what I'm saying? In contrast to a female, they're going to give you the softer, more nurturing side of that spectrum, and you'll be able to put it all together.
Shit, even vice versa. A woman can hear how, like, a less of in your feelings kind of answer.
Yeah.
Because women are emotional. I say that. Women are emotional.
Emotionally based.
And a lot of men, or I'm not even going to say a lot of men, but most men, they take their feelings out when they're in situations.
Right.
They don't act on
emotions.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like emotionally handicapped, and they're emotionally based.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look at how that shit pan itself the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So for today, and it's kind of funny, like you talking about like women and their perspective. Like today, we're gonna really get into like the perspective of both men and women in the music industry. So like recently I actually got to be on the Baby video. It was the Baby and Skilla Baby.
Okay.
And like during that session, like we basically couldn't have our phones the whole time. So you're forced to like socialize with these people, and you gotta really get to know like some of these little young females that's trying to get into the game and the music industry. And like I ain't gonna lie to y'all, when I be talking to these females, I'm like, shit, I ain't got shit in common with y'all. Like y'all be sitting here talking about Sexy Red. How the fuck am I gonna have a full conversation about Sexy Red?
Generation gap.
Generation gap. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like it almost gets to the point where I'm like, damn, am I antisocial, or like do I need to start learning this shit to be able to conversate with these folks? And at a point, I was just like, you know what? At some point, I might be okay being weird, because like you see people like Prince and you see people like Michael Jackson that they weird just like off the bat, but people love their ass for being who the fuck they are and just being unapologetically them.
I feel like being unique and special is star quality. Madonna, Mike, Prince, even Pac and Big, all these individuals brought their own thing to the game to where that's what you're looking for. If you want this, you go to them. If you want that, you go to them. And I feel like music has come full circle and start doing it again, because it's something for everybody right now in the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to your point, in the future, if you ever end up in a situation again where you're around, 2 or 3 little ladies and it's a generational gap and they ain't quite up on your speed, just simply throw some shit out there with them like, hey, how y'all think Stacey Red looks since she had her baby?
How y'all
think? They'll come in and they'll interject and say they little piece, and then you can just sit back like this and hit you, and just listen to them.
I mean, I could, but it's like at the same time, like you just like you can stand on business on being yourself, because like Michael Jackson or even Prince, like I've read like documentaries where like if Prince ain't comfortable, he ain't fucking showing up. Like that's just it. So if he don't want to be social, he don't want to interact with people in the room, that's just him. He just he don't like that shit. He still do good music. That don't make him a bad person. He just he's that's
his own
him.
individual.
Yeah, that's him. Mm-hmm. But it's just like it is different when it comes to these people and growing up in the music industry too.
Yeah, definitely. Because great point, Michael Jackson. I'm a Michael Jackson fan. My favorite artist of all time. I ain't ashamed to say it in every facet. If you listen to AR, I've had people listen to When It's Sadness, Summer Madness. Matter of fact, make sure y'all go stream When It's Sadness, Summer Madness, big ARLSON, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
5-star, baby, you know what it is. But I've had people listen to When It's Sadness, Summer Madness and tell me, when I listen to When It's Sadness, Summer Madness, I feel a Michael Jackson vibe. Like,
Yeah.
I get a vibe, you know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest compliment to me, being a Michael Jackson fan. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson is one of those people that was very unique, you know what I'm saying? But his uniqueness came simply from how he was molded. You know what I'm saying? The things he went through, what he went through with his pops, how he got into the industry, how all these different things played in and made the man that we loved that was so unique.
Right.
You did.
So let me ask y'all, cause like, you know, just bringing up that subject of his pops. Like, I honestly feel like if Michael Jackson didn't have Joe, that nigga would not be where the fuck he is. Joe had to push his ass. Like, motherfucker, you better fucking dance, motherfucker, you dancing. Do whatever the fuck you want to. He had this ass in line. He was gonna make sure that motherfucker made it. Like, so do you think like Joe is really like the make or break of Michael's career as like a child growing up in the music industry?
I mean, I feel like everybody need that motor behind them, because I feel like we all get lazy sometimes. Not in a bad way. It's just a point where we get comfortable. So I feel like everybody need that motor behind them to actually push them and help them reach their highest expectation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
How you feel with Joe?
I agree.
If Joe's your daddy.
I agree and I disagree. Just like, let that kid be a kid. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to live your dreams through your kid. But I do understand, like, you have to be, like, you see your kid's talent, you can't let that shit go to waste.
You can't let this shit go to waste.
Can't let that shit go to waste. So I understand, like, where he was coming from, where he had all their asses just in the living room and shit. But, like, you still gotta you gotta find a balance.
So do you think that Joe was living his dream through Michael?
For sure.
For sure.
For shit show. Joe was a musician.
Mm-hmm.
He was a failed musician. You know what I mean? Every depiction of their life and what they went through shows that Joe was talented as fuck, and kind of like my daddy and me. My daddy was just like Joe. He was a failed musician. And my daddy vicariously lived through me. You know what I'm saying? The same way that Joe lived through them boys. You know what I'm saying? My daddy used to be on my ass for the same motherfucking reason, because he's seen it. Like you just said, man, you don't let that shit go to waste, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be less of a father at this point.
right, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? To not nurture and help my son propel in the areas that I can clearly see he's advanced in.
He had an
You
ear
know what I'm
for
saying?
it.
On the flip side, you know what I'm saying? Joe, goddamn, he was a good dad. You know what I'm saying? He did live through him, but he was a good dad. Like, I've heard numerous people say that, shit, if I had a daddy like Joe, I'd be on top of the motherfucking world. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? In my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but you see like all these like celebrities though, like the shit that just came out
The
with
Nickelodeon
Drake.
shit.
Yeah, the
Quiet on the
Nickelodeon
Set.
shit.
Quiet
How
on the
these
Set.
people are just talking about how traumatized they are from, you know, growing up and being put in the industry too early.
Mm-hmm.
Even Raven Simone, when she talking about it, she's like, shit, if I have a kid, I ain't gonna have my kid be in the industry until like they 15 to 18 years old.
Yeah.
That's how serious the damn industry is.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I think what people don't understand is there is a price to pay to be in the music industry. You feel me? Like, you gonna be paying, like, a lot of girls be throwing some ass. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of shit going on to where, you know, nobody's really playing fair to get to the top of this industry.
Yeah. It once again, back to Michael. You know, said Michael was a pawn, you know what I'm saying, in the music industry. I was looking at some shit that was saying, like, you know, the Jacksons was getting ripped the fuck off by Motown. And it ain't no secret. I'm a big Motown fan. I like old shit. I like old music. I'm a real nostalgic, retro-based person. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the era that 80s, baby. Me and you come from, bar none, ain't nothing better. Because we seen the world transition from
big time.
what it was to what it is. You know what I'm saying? We go from landline phones to cassette tapes to
Well,
vinyls.
beepers.
You know what I'm saying? to now you
or
can.
no phone at all. House phone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this is some real shit going on. And I just feel like, we really gotta goddamn figure that shit out and really just come back full surface with it. You know what I'm saying? Because Michael was a pawn.
He was.
He was a complete pawn. You know what I'm saying? And he did everything that he did just to get grown, start a new message, and then from starting his new message, they start calling him a motherfucking pedophile.
Yeah, they canceled him. As soon as
Simple
he started singing the shit that he wanted to sing about. You feel me? Like, when he started singing about, like, what is it, Man in the Mirror and shit like that, shit that actually had some meaning to it.
Thriller was, like, more theatrical and Hollywood based, but when he dropped Dangerous and Bad, he started talking that shit. Like, he detached himself from Joe. You know what I mean? Joe is the controlling force of that. But when I detach myself from, I'm a grown man now, guess what? I'm finna talk my shit. I like the world and humanitarianism and kids. So I'm finna talk that shit in my music. And the powers that be was like, you weirdo. We gonna say you fuck the kids.
Right.
Simple as, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna stick, motherfucker, because you've been doing all this weird shit for 20 years. And we've been idly watching it. And it's gonna stick.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this nigga down 2 notches. He a pedophile.
Hit pedophile.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all they gotta do.
That's all they gotta do is they gotta put something on him, and then now you take away from the message that he's trying to bring, or the greatness that he brought to the world. Yep. It's all for nothing. Like recently I had this situation where I went to this Chris Brown party, and it was the same situation where they don't have any phones. So with that shit, like, you do have to socialize with people, and they wanted us to socialize with the entourage. And in that situation, it's like they don't want you to like fuck around with Chris Brown. They want you to fuck around with the entourage. Right. And if you're not fucking around with the entourage, they told us, they said, if you're not sucking dick, you gotta get the fuck up out of here.
It go just like that.
It go just like that.
They told you if you weren't sucking no dick, you gotta get the fuck out of there.
You gotta get the fuck up out. And I'm like, shit, you ain't fucking Chris Brown. Let me get the fuck up out of here, man. Like, shit, this ain't my lane right now.
It better be Chris. No entourage can get the main star favorite in this motherfucker.
Nah, Chris Brown, he had ducked off with these, like, the stripper bitches. So, you already canceled out. So you got the remaining hoes, right? You got the remaining hoes. They just hoping and wishing that they can get with Chris Brown. Do y'all understand, like, what these people are willing to do to get that shot? They think this is their only shot with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, what do y'all feel like? Like, what are some things that y'all seen that either women or men kind of do, like, get into the industry? Like, I know you done seen some shit. I know you done seen some shit.
Basically, same thing you said, though. Women sell their bodies, niggas dick ride. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nigga.
You good.
Talk your shit.
But yeah, though, bro, basically same thing you said, though. But women, they do too much. They'll get a whole soul just to get next to somebody. Ooh. And not even just to gain that from it, just to see what it feel like.
Ooh.
You understand? So
just to be somebody in the moment.
Right. It get real deep, though.
So have you ever had, like, a girl, like, try you and, like, think that you gonna take them to the next level?
Yeah. I had a few women that tried me like that, but I ain't that easy, though. You know what I mean? And plus,
so what do you be thinking when they try you, though? Like when the girl, like, is, like, trying you, like she putting on her game and shit like that?
I'm not a sucker. I know when females run a game, though. You know what I mean? Because I done been around a lot of big time people, and I done seen a lot of women that try to run game and get kicked to the curb, but I'm not one of them, bro. You know what I mean? Nah.
What about you? How you feel? Like, have you seen, like, people, because, like, people do some off the wall shit to get up there. So, like, what have you seen?
I would say women make it more obvious.
Right.
I say niggas, like, you don't know who really, like, even your day one partners, some of them, like, you don't know who really, like, was, like, locked in for, like, you. as a person, or they locked in for like what your potential could be.
Right.
So.
And is that before you get famous? Like, you know, because y'all kind of see like the...
It's before and during.
Yeah.
It's before and during.
I know. You go ahead, bro.
Niggas will ride your coattail.
Right.
And once they either see or don't see, like, the traction, like, depending on how fast you moving with whatever you doing, that's going to determine how long a nigga stay around you or not.
Yeah, that's a fact though. I experienced exactly what you're talking about though. Like with my partners, like you see, I was running with a group of guys. Now just me and my other brother. You know what I mean? But what he's saying, that's the truth. I mean, you never know who locked in with you for real.
So how do you know though? Like,
you never know.
You never know
until
it's just like
too late.
Until what?
I call it. This is what I call it. Like my partners, I'm doing like the podcast and shit with. We got sweat equity together, so we built all this shit together. So there ain't no reason I can be like, nah, you just here because you know I made it.
Yeah,
no, we all working like together. Now I got another homeboy that we doing the podcast with. He does music. Ain't none of us riding his coattail for his music because he doing his shit on his own. But we all built this podcast shit. So when this shit blow,
we ain't all know who connected.
Yeah, we ain't got no reason to sit there and be like, we dick riding each other or anything like that because we all did this shit together.
Yeah.
But now back to the homeboy that does music. I can't dick ride him because I'm not like I'm supporting you and as a friend should, but I'm not like trying to take away from the fact that you built this shit yourself. This is your brand. This is your, whatever. Like that. That's why I would say like the niggas that be like, yeah, I was there with him from the beginning. I was there when he was in my closet rapping woo. Like, no, nigga, you weird, bro. Like,
yeah, nigga, you came in.
That's an odd flex.
Quarter.
That's an odd flex, to be honest. Like,
do y'all feel like that's dick riding though? Like when y'all see dick riding, like how do y'all feel?
I say my definition of dick riding. Say for instance, me and K brothers, whatever, and I'm rapping. K not support my shit. And that's my dog. But Arson started rapping, and he posting everything Arson doing that. You don't even know him. And so I consider that dick riding. You know what I mean? You're not supporting your partner, but you support somebody you don't know. Like, it's weird. It's a lot of people do that now. You know what I mean? But
I consider dick riding somewhat the same thing. I consider dick riding more so like a combination of what both of them said. Like, okay, say for instance, I drop a hot album. That album starts circulating. Everybody commenting, posting, sharing, giving me clout, giving me praise. And that's when you opt to be like, yeah, that's my nigga, that's my homie, posting pictures with me. Now you want to be involved. But in contrast to when shit went circulating and I may have dropped some shit that I really liked, but it wasn't received by the masses like the other John. Now that's the motherfucker that you don't show, you don't share, and you don't. So, but at home you telling me this shit hard, my nigga.
You in my face.
You in my face at home, but when it get to the public, just because they ain't on it the same way, now that's to me is dick riding. You know what I'm saying? That correlates with both of them said. You know what I'm saying? Cause like now you really in it to win it.
No, that's what you just said. But basically, if the public fucking with it, I'ma fuck with it, and that's dick riding.
They waiting on the reaction of the public to know if they gonna ride with you or not.
They don't want to support you until it's popular to support you. You understand? So
then you my nigga. Well, I've been with you since the sandbox, nigga. I knew you was finna blow up. You the truth, but if don't nobody say that, and guess what? You ain't finna say that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And like Yellowboi, you recently kind of like, cause you signed. So like, was there like a difference between you signing and like before, like for dick riding?
Yeah, that too. But I done seen a lot of traction and a lot of people in my DMs. Like people don't support me publicly; they do it in my DMs. Like the ones who affiliated people who dislike me for whatever reason. But yeah, I done seen a form of that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna take every fan I can get though. I ain't tripping. They can dick ride.
Because either way, you still the topic of conversation.
Sure.
Right.
You don't
it's
lose.
still some type of damn traction.
Yeah, you don't lose.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That'll keep going.
It's good to be looking at the show from your seat, right? You dig it. Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like that's definitely like something that's real as far as like the dick riding and, as far as like, doing what you got to do. Because, like, dick riding comes into effect of these niggas are trying to pull straws to get to the top. So they using you to kind of like get themselves to that position. But it's like, instead of like getting a job or something like that, because that's why I tell people, like, I'm like, if I get famous, everybody gonna have a fucking job. Y'all ain't gonna be sitting here, you know, just mooching off of me. Like, you need to have something going for you.
Right.
So it's just like, you know, even those people, it's like, what is the idea of what you gonna have going for you? Or, you know, those people are the same people that's gonna be doing that extra shit, you know, behind your back to kind of get ahead of the game.
Yeah, and it get like that too though. I done had type situation like that, like bringing old friends around celebrities and people trying to backdoor me with the celebrity, but they hit my phone like, but you know your partner did this. I'm like, oh, word.
So hold on, you be like a motherfucker, you say for instance, you might go in front of XYZ and that's your plug, and then a motherfucker that's doing the same thing you do.
Right.
They trying to
It's
network.
kind of rapping. He
trying to
come
network
to him and
himself.
pull him to the side.
It was my dog DJ Song Izzo, DJ for Cash Money. That's what will help also on next mixtape. But yeah, like me introducing people to him, and people try to backdoor me or try to go to Atlanta and fuck with him or whatever, and he'll hit me. Yeah, you know your partner just, man, I ain't fuck with him if you ain't with him. I'm like, cool. So we're on the same type of page, so we know he on some whole shit now, you know what I mean? So I just had to distance myself from them type people, bro, because I ain't got time for none of that.
You got that. But none of that.
So y'all one and done, like once y'all peep some shit, are y'all addressing it or y'all?
It depends on how serious it is, because I know some people done did some shit to me, and I done sit back and played it, and sometimes it wasn't that, and sometimes it came back to bite me in my ass, though. So it can go either way.
I agree. It ain't always worth speaking of.
Right.
Sometimes as a man, you know, from a man's seat, as a man, this shit get real life. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have discernment. You got to figure out how I can finesse this situation as a man and still stay a motherfucking man without making a motherfucker feel like he got the one up on me or he belittled me or bullied me or whatever.
You gonna have to explain it, because like me as a female, I'm gonna address that shit. If I feel like you got a problem with me, the fuck, what problem do you got with me? Like, I'm gonna address that shit.
Nah,
like, real talk.
I get you. It's
Because who gonna be in my circle and you don't fuck with me?
As a man,
Who gonna be in my circle and you don't fuck with me? Like, no.
as a man, it's more flattering to see a motherfucker sit there and really be your minion when he want to be you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So you sunning him in a way. Like if I let you pass as a man and I see you doing that bullshit to me, I'm sunning you. Because I already done peeped you. I see where you at. I got you in my back pocket. Like they say, that's on me.
Yeah.
That's on you ain't doing that, that's on me. You know what I'm saying? I get that. So nigga, you try to play me, you motherfucker want to really the joke on you in the long run. Because when I get an opportunity to address it, then I'm gonna make you look like a motherfucking clown. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, especially as black men out here in a very ignorant, violence perpetuated world.
Right.
Alright, now let's flip the script. Let's say you speak on some shit with a nigga, right? Alright, you speak on some shit with a nigga that really ain't even meant to be spoke on, but you already in the back of your mind know this nigga hating on you. That's what he on. You speak on it, and now you open up a window for a bunch of bullshit to occur and dumb shit to happen. Now you got him hating on you. He was already waiting on you to say something. Now you done gave him that window. Now he done it's conjured up a bunch of bullshit that really ain't lucrative to your overall goal. So what
It's just not worth bringing up.
It's not worth bringing up because, nigga, I see you, nigga. You see you and I see you. You know what I'm saying? If you pussy enough to sit here and chase behind me, I'm gonna let you do it, motherfucker. Now, if you a man and you be like, hey, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, then that's a whole nother motherfucking situation. But if you gonna sneak behind me, nigga, I'm gonna let you sneak.
You gonna let him sneak?
I'm gonna let you sneak.
Bro,
Don't you let a dog follow you as his master?
That's support.
I don't get
You
nobody,
said no?
I don't give nobody no chance to backdoor me.
Backdoor. That's what I'm saying. It's a trust issue.
That's what go back to what I was saying. It's different levels of what they do. Like, say for instance, motherfuckers steal from you, they out the door.
That's out. No, it's certain shit. I'm with you. There's certain shit that's a no go.
If me and K Dogs and he try to holler my old lady, he out the door. If I probably put hands on, you know my dog trying to holler my old lady, he out the door. If somebody, say for instance, I text a group chat, hey, post my video. They don't post it. All right, cool. I'm watching that now.
Okay. So that's on your radar.
Yeah, it's on my radar now. So I watch little stuff, and eventually you go exit yourself out, bro. And then by the time you try to double back around, it's gonna be at the top. It's gonna be too late.
That's wisdom. That's discernment. That's wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the point I'm making. It's not scary or letting the motherfucker get the up on you. And then I'm a chess player, so I'm thinking 4-5 moves ahead of your motherfucking ass anyway.
Got
So
you.
nigga, I'm already on you. By the time you think you got me,
Yeah.
you shit it.
And sometimes doing that, it do make you look weak though to them. Like sometimes you might have to sit back and you know what, I'm gonna be a bitch nigga on that situation because I know if I really act like a gangster, it's gonna blow up like you just said. It's gonna blow up and mess up the whole.
It's gonna mess up the whole
You know what I
chessboard.
mean, so whatever you trying to build, you know, just let them. They want to be that whole dude. Just let them keep following you behind. You know what
I mean, I guess that also goes into brand too, because like you know, you kind of have to watch what you say publicly, because you think about like Krishan and all them, how they, you know, those are people that pop off at anybody that you know confronts them or you know says anything that's against what they about. So you know, you got people like that too. Like
It's like Yellowboi said, if a motherfucker come at you wrong and you feel that shit in your ethers, react.
you talking about yo
In your ethers, you like, oh, this motherfucker tried it. I'm finna talk. No,
Yeah.
but if a motherfucker came at you kind of sneakily and you caught it, then let me just sit back and watch how far you're willing to go with your charade. That's just my personal take on it. You know what I'm saying? I'll sit back and watch you and spoon feed you and lead you to the water to drown.
you talking about lead you to the water.
And then when you get in the motherfucker, I'll let you drown. Nigga, I won't throw you no goddamn life jacket. I won't throw you no life ring, nigga. You dead, nigga. Straight up. That's just me though. You know what I'm saying? 36 years of experience working against.
So let's just say like on the flip side. So let's just say your homie do something, you know, because he is trying to make a money move, but that money move ends up throwing you under the bus or costing you
Oh, he getting his ass whooped.
an opportunity.
Money?
But you can't prove it. What if you can't prove it?
Hello, say that one more time.
So what if your homeboy go behind your back, right? You know, they do some sneak this shit and it costs you some money. It's a money move cost. You know? But you can't prove it that it's a money move that you lost money in, but he done fucked up one of your deals.
I feel like just knowing business is business. I'm gonna cut them off because like I feel like I'm too old out there to just be sitting there like squaring up with niggas over you know whatever.
Over money?
Yeah, money gonna come and go,
Right.
and there's always gonna be like other opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut you off because you fucking with my money. You fucking with like how I'm moving.
By livelihood.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to like cut you off, and you know I'm gonna go continue to chase my bag and do what I gotta do.
But what if it's a big bag? Like what if your homeboy fuck up like $50,000?
I done had that.
Yeah.
And I still show love to that nigga to this day right here. And if he was on the podcast, he'll tell you. You know what I mean? But it's just when he did that, I can't mess with him no more in that situation because he's a good dude. I love him to death. But even though he did that, I love him to death. But he just won't deal with him on that because we been growed up since kids. And I know he got good intentions, bro.
Yeah.
He got good intentions.
He just got in a bad spot, bad situation.
Yeah, he was in a bad, fucked up situation and he did the wrong thing. And it hurt me, but it didn't hurt me because I had extras. But yeah, I just can't fuck him on that. I love him to death, bro. But I just can't fuck with him on that situation no more.
What you got?
Never again.
I would say I had something similar.
Yeah.
A partner I grew up with, or you know, we done been through the mud together. Same shit. Like we supposed to bend and take off with the shit that we were doing, but like I came to realize some of my homeboys, they not good business partners.
Right. That's how it goes.
They not good business partners. I still fuck with you, but you're not a good.
So how do you have that conversation though? Like if you really fuck with your homeboy, but you just know that they not a good business partner, like how do you still keep that relationship?
You just gotta accept them for who they is, bro. You know what I mean? Because everybody ain't meant to do business. You know what I mean?
That's what I was gonna say. You can't do business with everybody. If you got a homeboy that you've noticed is not business savvy, then guess what? I won't come to you with any business proposals. I won't come to you with anything that makes money. You my friend. Off the strength of being my friend. If I call you, I got an issue, I'll talk to you about that. You need me, that's what we do, my nigga. You need a ride, woo, woo, woo. But as far as business go, you ain't the motherfucker I fuck with.
And I'm
you
sure,
know what I'm saying?
I'm sure all our parents told us not to mix friends and business anyway.
Facts.
You understand? So that's what it means.
But what if you had, okay, so like, you know, y'all growing up, just playing devil's advocate. So y'all growing up with your bestie, right? And he, you know the characteristics of this person because you done grew up with them. You know how they are. But they say, you know what? I'm changing. You know, I really want to get into the business.
Prove it. I'll
Still no,
I'll
both
hit
of
the nigga
y'all.
with a QP and tell him to make it work. And if he don't make it work, then guess what, nigga? You ain't want business.
I done been in that situation where he's saying like
Yeah.
they done came back and tried to redeem themselves and they fucked up again. But it's like once you open that door, it's gonna be a continuous.
It's a revolving door that you keep letting that shit open.
Yeah, man.
I'll start them off with a small project, like something that's not gonna really impact shit.
Yeah.
But it will impact, like if it hit, but if it don't, it's not gonna like be detrimental to what I got going on.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I guess that's smart. It's just like you kind of do have to be like, especially just in general, like in the industry, you got to be careful because like you don't really know who to really be friends with. Cause everybody gonna be smiling in your face in this industry. Like,
Oh yeah,
everybody, they just smile in your face and they sell you the dream. So
time reveals all.
Yeah. So it's just like, you know, you kind of have to decipher, like, you know, is this going to be a good business deal to put my partner on? Or like what I said, like, if you getting up to that point, it's like, do you bring your partners along to make money with you, too? Because you want them to grow with you.
Actually, you do, but once again, you can't bring everybody with you. Everybody ain't designed for the long haul. And once again, that's life. You get to going through it, and discernment will tell you, experience will tell you who is and who is not the candidate for the journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the important part, because think about how many people had potentiality and could have done some shit right, and then they linked with the wrong motherfucker, i.e. Dame Dash. Dame Dash is an extreme example of that. Now Dame was that nigga. He got with Jigga, and Jigga was a deceitful nigga. And look at Dame now. You see Dame on these podcasts crying. You know what I'm saying? Because
he crying.
He crying. And not to play Dame, but he's crying out for help. He's crying for to let motherfuckers know this nigga dirty. Y'all ain't see what that nigga did to me 20 plus years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good example of that. Like, you got to know who you fucking with from the jump, because it will save you the heartbreak later. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, kind of getting into the Dame Dash, like, you know, because like that brings up like a really good subject as far as like a lot of things coming up from the past, you know. So like with the whole Diddy shit, like
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
You talking about no Diddy? So how you feel about it? Like, me and AR, we looked at the documentary. There was a lot of shit in the documentary. I don't know if y'all
73-page documentary chronicling all the fuckery this nigga has done, from Meek Mill to Cuba Gooden to Stevie J. It's a wild place. You know what I'm saying? It's a real wild place. But let me ask you something, Yellowboi, man. So, hypothetically speaking, of course, if one of your partners ended up in a motherfucking Diddy documentary, you too, K, what would y'all boys' reaction be to that shit?
If you
This
pulled
your
up
partner
the
from
news
the
and you saw your
sandbox.
homeboy name in the documentary, like,
But what was he doing? What did it say it was doing?
He in a Diddy documentary,
He got sexually
so
assaulted.
what he possibly could have done is vast, but if we gotta specify it, they say that homie was doing some shit with Diddy.
I mean, I don't honestly, me personally, I don't like judging people. Like, how they decide to live their life, that's what it is. Like, you my dog for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what you're doing.
Your sexual preferences, not nothing to do with
no fucking pedophile fucking with any little ass kid.
Okay.
Besides that, I'll fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? Do that.
You just a wild boy.
Yeah, you just a wild boy. You my dog for sure. I ain't changing that. But yeah. I mean, this is on them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk shit, but that's what's over there.
You gonna talk that shit now, especially when you niggas get above himself, get the popular shit. Now I know you ain't talking that shit, nigga. Knowing that you been over there with Diddy, boy. But you better shut the fuck up talking to me, nigga, you old Diddy ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
People decide live their life. That's on them, bro. I mean, that's on them.
Big fat. Alright. Word, man.
okay, how you feel?
Not the same.
Yeah.
They in the documentary, you like, damn, that's how you got that little, that's how you got that music award.
Yeah.
That That shit crazy though.
Yeah.
That shit wild, babe.
Nah, but that's just like the tip of the surface though of like what's really going on in the industry. Cause like
No,
yeah,
Hollywood a bitch. Hollywood a bitch.
Right.
There's
It
a lot
is.
of shit going on. Cat Williams snitched on y'all.
Cat Williams snitched on
He
every fucking
exposed
body.
everybody.
Cat Williams snitched on y'all. Steve Harvey, all y'all. Fucking TD Jakes. And it's just bad.
Swallowed.
That
Have you ever
fucking.
been swallowed?
It's just bad timing when that fucking clip came out and talk about Diddy. Talking about this pastor getting cracked over the couch by Diddy. Like, damn.
2004, a hell of a year. I mean, Cat came out with Shannon in January, dude. And he set the tone for the whole motherfucker. He told you, he said, a lot of people are gonna come out in this shit and it's gonna be everything. We're just gonna, you're gonna know from 2029. He put his hand on his head, he said, in 2024, we're gonna know exactly what's going on, Shannon Sharp. He told y'all motherfuckers, he was getting ready to pull the rug off from under motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And he did. And I'll be damned if he didn't set the precedent and then everything else then kind of fell into line. You know what I'm saying?
I damn sure don't think he was lying because he said he run a 4.2 at 50 years old.
Hey,
That
do you
nigga
see
damn
that
sure
shit?
run that fucking 4.2.
Fucking
That little motherfucker be telling the truth, don't he?
He's fucking telling the truth.
He ran that bit, bro.
Little people. Shout out Cat for the little people, y'all be representing for the little folk. We fuck that Napoleon complex, nigga. We talk that shit, but we mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? We mean that shit. You understand?
But he just exposing like the shit that really be going on in this industry. Cause when I tell you, when I go to Atlanta, I don't know like y'all, but like Atlanta be like who can fake it the most. Like, you know, everybody just like they got they clothing on. They really trying to represent that culture and that Atlanta vibe or whatever, and keeping up with the Joneses and stuff like that. And in the same token, while you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, a lot of these people got regular fucking jobs, you know, and they just really just doing this extra shit to kind of get into the industry.
To feel a part of the now,
Society,
the it.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with you.
Yeah, because like what are most of these girls doing? They doing you know, shot girls or whatever, bottle girls.
Ain't it?
Strippers.
Why is it such a fucking an accomplishment to young girls today in this age to be a fucking bottle girl? Girls be like, they'll put up a post.
I blame the movies.
You
I'm
blame
like,
the movies.
well, what's that Players Club?
Oh yeah. You
Movies
think
Club.
you think it go all the way back to that?
Yeah.
But Lisa Ray, that's the name, right?
Lisa
Yeah,
Ray.
yeah, Lisa Ray.
Man, that bitch was fine.
It's a motherfucker.
Fine as fuck.
Thing was fine as hell, bro.
And then you got female artists like Cardi B. She came up off of stripping. Fine as fuck. Like, bro, women got to feel like they got to start somewhere to get noticed.
And it gives them a sense of independency with stripping because you get it out the mud with stripping. Like, it's like a dope boy. It's like the female version of a dope boy.
You don't know who you gonna meet either. You don't know who you gonna meet either, especially being out there in Atlanta or Miami.
It really, I think everybody chasing the same high, thinking they gonna get the same out of it as the next bottle girl. I know bottle girls who make bread. I know some bottle girls who don't make nothing. I done been in the club and watch, and even me done tipped the bottle girl like $1,000. This is maybe she in there 2-3 times a week. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, all month. That's a lot of money to me.
That's a lot of money.
But everybody chasing that same high and everybody ain't gonna get it like this. So I think that's what it all narrowed down to. Everybody think they will get this amount of money, but when they get in it, it's like, nah, bro.
It's not that.
You probably got $30 out of 3 days, you know what I mean, in tips, you know what I mean? So same with the strippers. Some strippers getting it bad for real, and some of them not. Just like a dope game. Some get it bad for real.
Some niggas got motion and some niggas is sitting
like
there with the work, letting it collect dust. Yeah.
So how do y'all feel though? Like, you know, cause like a lot of these strippers though, while you sitting there saying that, they the ones that's getting wiped up by these rappers and shit like that. So
But do
like,
they last?
No.
Right.
Especially in Hollywood.
Even
you
Cardi.
don't think they last?
No. Even Cardi. Look at, he just mentioned Cardi. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I bet I got this ring.
And she got
how that shit pan out for you.
But she also on social media crying about Offset cheating on her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you don't cook and you don't clean, so maybe I'll send a nigga from Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Not New York folks.
But she from New York. She from the Bronx. And when I told y'all earlier, I went to the Brooklyn. I was in the Bronx. I was in her hood, Washington Heights. I was out there. Like, it was an experience for a country nigga like me. Bodegas, champs, elevated train. I got a cousin named Dwayne. He was like, yo, son. We finna go catch the elevated train, son. You know what I'm saying? The elevated train take me to work every day, son. Like, it was an experience, you know what I'm saying? We went to get some weed. How about I went to the spot, we in a corridor, little alley, right? We get the weed, look, iron door, boom. Hand the weed through that motherfucker. It's niggas literally on the rooftop looking at us, ready for business. You know, this a whole different experience than I'm used to as a dope boy from down south. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to me entirely, you know what I'm saying, how this shit pan out, bro.
Nah, I feel like that's honestly like the new standard. Like, you know, that's what women are, you know, being posed to look like. We're in a generation where we're told to be looking like strippers. Like,
I mean, you're not told. That's just what social media portrays.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, giving women, I would say born in the 90s, they parents ain't teach them how to be no fucking stripper. They ain't teach them how to be no, you know, woo-woo. They ain't raise them like that either. Like to go chase a bag or whatever. But like social media fucked all that shit up.
Society influence.
But the thing is though, I know like guys really tune into the model chicks on social media, but I done actually been around these girls that ain't none. I ain't gonna say ain't none. One of them. The majority of these females ain't shit, bro. The bad ones they chasing on social media.
Okay, what do you mean they ain't shit? Like, what do you mean by
Please
that?
elaborate. I want to hear.
Like,
we gotta put them
like
out.
say for instance, you see some bad bitches on Instagram and big titties, BBL, the whole 9 yard, cute dress. Them same females who y'all women, not saying you, but women might look up to, or guys might be lusting over. Them same females in person don't even got a pot to piss in, but they make it look good for social media though. And everybody, here we go again, like all the females chasing that type of high, and it ain't even that. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what it be though. It ain't even that. They working these regular jobs. They, you know, they live in a small little apartment. Like when you actually get down to the nitty gritty, like they live in a very humble life, but they give this social media presence, like keeping up with the Joneses. Like I said, the Atlanta people, the LA people, even some of the people in New York. You know, it giving
Big city people.
Yeah, big cities.
New York is an exception, granted, and I'd say LA too. Granted that Atlanta too. But the thing about big cities is they normally have a culture to them. Like whether it be good or bad, it be a bunch of shit collectively that make them proud of who they are. They got fashion, they got sports teams, they got different celebrities that come from their city, and this type of shit creates a culture, a pride about them. In contrast to places like us, you know, we kind of catch whatever's in the wind because we don't really have a lot of grounded culture here. You know what I'm saying? We catch the remnants of whatever the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to add that to your point with that. That's really why that shit is going on. Because people from big cities have a culture. Whether it's bad or not, I'm from Atlanta. The Atlanta Braves. Young Jeezy. You get what I'm saying? New York. Biggie. Jay-Z. You know what I mean? The fashion. The street. All that shit. But it's weird. It's weird how it pans out. They might seem like they're just... But in their little minds, their simple minds, that's them. That's what the fuck they doing. We dress up and we go out to recess and we dress the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we motherfucking do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the culture of it. Freaknik. You know?
What was you about to say about Jeezy?
Jeezy from South Carolina. He from up there in Columbia.
What year did he move?
It don't matter to me. All I know is he from here.
but it does matter off the strength of, think about it. Jeezy
he got put on by Big Meech and them in Georgia.
Indeed, but you know, Gucci is from Alabama, and I think he moved to Atlanta when he was 9. Now, if you let Gucci tell it, Gucci from the A, because Gucci's
adolescence and real life drawn experiences started in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't where you at. It ain't where you from. It's where you at. Where you really come into your own. I feel like that kind of shapes you to be who you are.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
Jeezy,
saying?
he already started. He was starting to do music out there in Colombia, and then went to Atlanta.
What age? You don't know what age he was?
He was young.
He was young.
Yeah, like you said, Columbia started.
Colombia.
He started in Colombia,
Yeah.
but he got his real motion, like,
In
you
Atlanta.
know, yeah.
Okay.
Meeching them.
Now, granted, that's the point I'm making. Like, Colombia ain't shit. It ain't but so many niggas in Colombia that's really getting bills and keys. So, from Jeezy's perspective, I was in Little Colombia. It was modest. I was doing my thing. But when I got to the A,
Yep.
I really got exposed to some real shit. I became me. That's when you know what I'm saying? I dropped my nuts, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And once again, that goes back to that culture that Atlanta has. It has to be a place that's culturally based to make a motherfucker say, fuck the place I goddamn that's on my birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? Just a matter of perspective. Like, South Carolina, we good where we at, and we doing exceptionally well, but there's no culture here. And I just want to say, I feel like we need to really grasp that culture. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of beauty, it's a lot of talent, it's a lot of dope shit here, and we haven't found a way to just implement that culture. You know what I'm saying? In contrast to like other places.
South
You know what I'm
Carolina
saying?
don't got no damn culture because
They
you know
don't.
what? When I go to fucking Atlanta, I be feeling like a fucking country bumpkin. I'm like shit.
Well, that's because you from the country. You
Yeah,
going to
I
a
am
city.
from the country, but that's different.
I would say South Carolina do got culture. It's just that country culture. It's that quiet. Like,
Yeah, it's country.
We're never gonna have some shit to where it's like Atlanta. Cause we quiet. Like, ain't nothing.
It's where you come to retire.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's more like a retirement state, though.
And see, a lot of that's got to do with, once again, South Carolina ain't got no fucking black, like, okay, come to retire. What do you think of when you think retirement? Unfortunately, it's
A quiet, nice place.
a
That's
quiet,
what it
nice
is.
place.
Yeah.
Successfulness, establishment. That's what you think about when you think about retirement. South Carolina's kind of like that because the rest of the places are more black culture. You get what I'm saying? Like, the shit that's going on there, they ain't really worried about all that shit. Like, not saying that black people aren't worried about establishment, but it's more fun based. You know what I'm saying? South Carolina is one of those places where you raise your family at, you retire, you come here to find to turn over a new leaf.
Yeah, that's what's more important, though. Like, what would you rather base your life off of, partying or quiet and being successful? So South Carolina.
I'm with you wholeheartedly.
But that's the thing. It's like also because you hear a lot of people saying like, "Oh shit, if I want to make it, I gotta move to Atlanta." So do y'all feel like? Because like for me, South Carolina is home. Like that's always gonna be home for me. But do y'all feel like you do have to move to that major city?
I
to
feel
make
like
it-
it just depends on like how you promote your shit. You can make it anywhere. You can make it in a fucking trailer, and nobody know about it. But it's how you do your shit. How
Facts. It's just what most South Carolina people, we get so fine with staying where we at and be scared to branch out. But not knowing once you branch out and meet them strangers, that's when you go through the roof. But everybody want to be popular at home instead of taking their challenge elsewhere. But once you go elsewhere, that's when you go up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I say you still pop here, though. Just got to promote your shit. Go hard. Stand for something.
I'm from Somerville. Somerville.
That's near Charleston, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I mean
That's Chucktown.
that's Charleston. But the biggest thing I see for why niggas don't make it big out of Charleston, because niggas be so envious. They don't be supporting each other.
It's like Greenville too, bro.
Right.
Greenville
So
is
you
so
think
envious.
if we at South Carolina, if we actually band together, we support each other, one of us motherfuckers really could.
Yes,
It'll happen more faster, but everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, majority of people got that mindset, I don't want it to happen unless I'm the first to do it. You understand what I'm saying? And not knowing if we was to come together, it'll be way more powerful. But, I mean, this is how the ball goes. It's been going like this for a long time. That's why you never seen nothing big, but it's gonna happen soon, though. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing, though. If we all do come together, because all of us do have some talents, like, you know, and just bringing your talents together and working with, you know, whatever you're really good at and coming together to just grow together, escalate together as a team.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like what y'all was saying. Now, with the industry, like one artist like that we kind of were talking about was like Stacey Red. One of those that, like, you know, she really came from, you know, the hood, and like you said, she made her name for herself. How do y'all feel about like Stacey Red and like the motion that she got going on right now?
Even though I don't like to converse on other people, but even though some of us might not like how she carry herself, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to feed your kids. And she's doing a good job doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like she popping it, and that's it. What it is.
What I like about it is the unapologetic nature to just be her.
Yeah, she's just herself.
Like, she don't give a fuck. She ain't trying to join in with all the aesthetics as the other girls, the wigs and all the extra shit. She just a round the way hood chick. You know what I mean? You could really pull up in Gateway, Fieldcrest, Roosevelt,
Right.
and see a chick like Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on her, talk to her, and you know what I'm saying? That shit make it weird what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with her off the strength of that shit right there.
Plus, you want us anyway, so.
Yeah, for real.
Now with Sexy Red, like, I don't know if y'all noticed, like, Drake been in a lot of her videos. So
Drake a culture vulture.
you think so?
I hate to say it, but like, cause like you said, I don't like speaking on people. But like, if you notice, Drake he has his hand in every pot. Ice Spice, he had his hand in that pot.
Yeah.
And then
I just said this.
then that shit stopped. Sexy Red, and then, you know, he was on his I guess like reggae kind of music, and they called him a culture vulture. Then like, he's smart. He a businessman.
He's a businessman.
He's a businessman.
And he's from Canada, so he's really far removed from everything we just named. He's like, think about Canada. He's literally over there in Canada watching the show from where he's at. Like, oh, that's
Like
cool.
an alien, bro.
I could do that. That's dope. Oh shit. Like you say, like, I'm gonna figure out a way to get in with that. And I feel like Sexy Red, the hood aesthetic, gives him a street cred that he don't typically got. You know what I'm saying? That's all Drake really been looking for his whole career. It's just to be accepted in the street cred.
You think
You know
so?
what I'm saying?
You think it has something to do with street cred as far as
I never met a gangster from that played on Degrassi. That's just
I'm
me.
trying to
Like,
fucking tell.
And I don't take nothing from Drake. Drake
He
is my
was in a
favorite artist
wheelchair
out
so
right now.
long in Degrassi. I thought this
I don't
nigga
take-
was permanently paralyzed. I thought this nigga really was in a
I
wheelchair.
don't take nothing from that, but I just don't understand how you went from acting on Nickelodeon to like you this big gangster talking about 6 God this, 6 Black, ooh, like how? I mean, I don't know how the gangland is out there in Canada, but I know like
It's a little goofy out there.
I think he just got plugged in with like was it Jay Prince?
Jay Prince, you took
Yeah,
it right
he
out of my mouth.
He got plugged in with Jay Prince.
Houston made Drake. He in with some of the most gangster niggas in the United States.
Crazy because Jay Prince not even a gangster.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
He a businessman. He'll tell you, like, you can watch it. Like,
He
he ain't never did no like all the business, all the money that he got came off of just strictly business. I think he had like a car shop and built that business went crazy, and then he had some more shit, and then boom.
But you don't think that that's maybe a masquerade for some
could
of the
be,
shit that he
but that's not
really
what
be
he-
involved in?
That's not what he pushing out though.
But he wouldn't though, considering that he don't want to get locked up.
He never carried him. What I'm saying is he never carried himself as a gangster.
Yeah.
He carried himself as a businessman.
Okay.
That's the smartest way to
And
do
that's
it.
what a mafia motherfucker, a mafioso motherfucker is a businessman first. You know, they'll tell you, it's business, sonny. It's not personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker tell you, it's business. So I'm with you on that. You know what I'm saying? That make a lot of sense too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be business.
Right.
Real gangster shit be business to the motherfucker.
Nah, I just feel like, you know, once that wave ride down, like, you know, it's gonna be the next bitch, you know, that he really.
And Drake gonna invest. Drake be investing into these upcoming female rappers or these upcoming rappers. Period. He be investing. Like, okay, let me do a feature, and then watch my bag grow from that. Boom, crazy. He ain't
Yeah.
got this
Good
nigga
point.
don't even have to do. This nigga don't have to do another album because Sexy Red going crazy.
Yeah,
She
that's
go
what I'm
crazy.
saying.
She going crazy.
He gonna get so much money off Sexy Red alone that it don't even matter. He did that with to your point, Young Blue, fucking Meek Mill, Chris Brown. It's so many different artists, and you can look at it from one aspect, man. Like, okay, Drake just being a good artist, but I'm with him. He deliberately, intentionally puts himself in a place where he can reap the benefits of the new trend. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel like that's what he does.
He went to Vegas and put all his money on Black when he squashed the beef with Chris.
What?
Meaning, like, you know how much money he got
Yeah.
off of that shit? Like, he got the publicity off of, because, you know, they beef was big over fucking Rihanna or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they were beefing about. And then they do a song together. That white people going crazy. We love this nigga. Two of our favorite light skins. Like, ooh.
Two of my favorite light skins in the same room. This a dream come true.
And they did a song for us. Like, right.
Crazy.
No, you're right about that though. Like, you know, I guess they do shit for like publicity purposes and, you know, getting that bag.
All that get marketing.
Shoot, like you think about like Meg Stallion, like Tory Lanez and shit like that. That's all. Like they be saying like they be pairing these motherfuckers together, you know, to
I don't
get
think
back.
that. I don't think that was a.
You don't think so?
I don't think that was staged. Like the Tory
You
Lanez.
think Megan's one of
Tory
Tory's short ass?
I mean, people like what they like. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind of
She
character.
looking down at his ass like.
I don't know what kind of character or like personality Tory got besides like what he shows
Yeah.
in his music. But maybe the nigga he got a mouthpiece on him. He talked her ass down to, you know.
No,
what
but
you
a
do.
lot of people say that, you know, Tory didn't, you know, he must have pissed somebody off because that's why they done put his ass in jail or whatever, somebody from the higher up.
I'm gonna leave it.
You don't think so? You don't believe in like the Illuminati and all that shit that they got going on in there?
I don't think Illuminati is real. I do think Hollywood is controlled. And like you said, you piss off. It's like the NBA with Ja Morant. You posting guns. You about to bring our business brand down.
That's
so
what
we
I'm saying.
gonna either stop that shit or you gotta get going, bro.
Right, thanks.
That's what I'm saying. There's somebody up there that's like the puppet master that's like,
At the end of the day, it's about making sure the big man get paid, bro.
yeah.
You understand? So the workers ain't doing their job, controlling the population, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
The council. You understand? It's just right there.
And that's the thing. You could easily get canceled and then like look at Tory Lanez. He doing how many years?
I don't know. I ain't follow up on that.
18.
I ain't follow it.
Some years or whatever. So it's just like, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, we gonna close this thing out. I don't know if y'all want to take a shot or not. Like y'all ain't took no
I need
shot.
some more though.
You need some
I
more.
ain't got water now without the ice again.
Look, I'm sorry. Here, have your shot.
Hold yourself up. We'll take us another, you know what I'm saying, a
I
little.
mean, I got my little shot.
You ain't took your shot either. Look at this.
Cause
food.
we had just
You
started.
just been chopping it up.
No, shut up. We been all talking. Don't act like I was just talking. No, but I do appreciate y'all coming on the show and everything and being able to chop it up with us about like things that are going on in the industry. Me and AR, we definitely gonna be bringing people back. So like, just how we trying to do things, we gonna be bringing people back, having different people on different episodes, and then we just gonna be doing like what we doing right now, just chopping it up with y'all, just chilling and kicking it.
Just kicking it deep.
We're getting into the cards.
Oh no, I mean those was just
Okay.
yeah, we good.
Before y'all end, y'all should ask what's the best way to promote yourself for people that's trying to start branding themselves.
Honestly, I think you gotta back to what we were talking about earlier. You gotta branch out and meet different people. Like go to the bigger cities that's popular for what you trying to become. For it's like if you want to rap, go to Atlanta, you got Charlotte and stuff like that, and just engage with those who in position. Not saying the dick right or nothing like that, But to get them to put your music out, you might have to pay a little bread too, though, and also promote yourself on social media. Whether have all your friends to share stuff, run the ads, do these promotion pages, all to get the dance kids, anybody who dancing, probably dancing, get them to dance to your music. It's all kind of ways to promote yourself. But those the main two. Plus you gotta work yourself too. Just go hard. Just keep going.
I mean, and just like your social media too, like keeping up with your social media based off of like promoting yourself on social media. How do you keep up with that piece?
When you say keep up with it, like far as me getting
Marketing.
that's not nothing I just keep up with. Like, say for instance, if K running promotion page, I reach out to him and K post my stuff. Once he posts it, I view it. Once he posts it, and then I'm on to the next. Like, I ain't got time to be stuck on one thing. Like, you gotta keep going. Don't be stuck on one thing. Be stuck on one thing. You just be stuck. So just keep going. On to the next. Just keep moving.
I heard it from the man himself. Like that's some good advice for those who are trying to come up in the industry. And just like staying in the game and start promoting yourself. You gonna be your number one supporter from day one. And just some of the things that we talked about. Even if you don't have that support from your people, you just gotta keep going and just promote yourself and market yourself the way you need to in this industry. So hopefully y'all learned some things about like what it's like to be in the industry, just some of the ins and outs of what we kind of deal with in the industry.
Pray for me to fall and get your refund. I seen this shit before like it's a rerun.
Y'all stay tuned for another episode of Knee Deep with AR and Versatily, aka Tiny. We out this bitch, okay?
We out. One love.
Yes.